I was living with a roommate. It was late 80s. I think I was not quite 19. And in Calgary, downtown.
She was actually living with a girl that wanted to date me, and I guess you'd almost call her a stalker.
She was a hairdresser, and she scooped his phone number off of the credit card and started basically harassing him.
And was calling me at work incessantly. So I got to the point where I would just put the phone down and go about my work and leave her on hold, and eventually she'd hang up.
One day I came home and she said, hold the phone, I can't hang up. He's on the line there. And I just kind of rolled my eyes and I was like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this.
And I went back to the phone and lo and behold, she'd given up and Roxanne was on the phone.
I just sat there, hello, and he said hello, and he says, who's this? and I was just, well, I don't know, who's this? I'm not telling you who I am. And he says, well, I'm at work. I've got to go, kind of thing. I said, well, that's fine with me. I just got handed the phone. And he says, oh. And we just started talking. And it just seems really, all of a sudden his work sort of faded into the background for a few minutes. And I thought, well, he doesn't sound completely bananas. Maybe she's on to a good guy this time.
I think we talked for probably an hour that night. And then we started talking pretty much every day, every night, whether I was working or not.
You talk to the person, you find out what they're like and what their likes are, their dislikes, what they want to do with life.
Before we ever even met, I knew we wanted to be together.
We had already rented an apartment, got the utilities going, and it was like, well, we really should see what, we need to meet.
I asked her to come and meet me and a group of my friends from college at the Longhorn Bar, a country bar in Calgary.
I very clearly remember walking down the stairs that were at the far end of the bar, and I just had a description. I did not have any clue what he looked like.
She showed up in a leather mini skirt and a matching leather jacket in the middle of this cowboy bar. I don't know how I recognized her, but I did recognize her.
He was the right height and the only one that was really sort of looking towards me. And he just said, you know, Roxanne? And I was like, yes.
She was hot.
It was a nice surprise. I was like, oh, yay.
We went for a walk by the river. This was in Calgary. And went out to this really cool dessert place.
Really got to just enjoy each other's company and went and had this dessert. He had the cherry stem and he was kind of playing with that and he tied it in a knot. I was like, okay. So I'm even blushing now thinking about it.
I think after that, I knew we were a couple from then on.
Living with a guy is a little different than living with a girlfriend. He was, you know, not perfect. He, you know, left his stuff around and nothing too serious.
Because we seemed to know each other so well, we just sort of synced. You know, everybody has hiccups and growing pains in the early days, but we got along great. I took her out for dinner after searching for months to find a beautiful ring for her.
It was in a restaurant, and I don't recall there being anybody there. There might have been, but I remember it being empty and just the two of us.
A complete nervous wreck, and fumbled my way through the proposal right after dinner, and I'm not sure how I even got it out.
Yeah, he just blurted it out, will you marry me? And kind of plopped the ring out, and absolutely. I didn't even think twice.
The wedding was phenomenal. Roxanne, her bridesmaids, did most of the planning, thank goodness, because I'm not a planner for things like that.
It was gorgeous. In the fall, late September.
We had a great group of people. We had, she had the most amazing bridal gown. And our friends loaned us their antique cars to use in the wedding.
We had our pictures done in the park, in Riley Park in Calgary, which in the fall is gorgeous.
And we had the best time with all the people that we loved at the time. All our family were able to be there.
Strong.
Stunning.
Kind.
Complicated. She's way better than me.
Much better than me. Oh, that's not 2 words.
Amazing.
Like my friend. Awesome.
Quirky, but not as quirky as mine. Housework.
I like to vacuum. That's the truth. Good.
Great.
His kindness.
Her spark.
Definitely talking, not going away furious. And that doesn't mean to say that we don't, if you have an argument, take, an hour or 2 hours just to get your head together and figure out why you're really mad. But we always come back to each other and talk about it. Humor is really important to both of us, so we laugh a lot, and we laugh at our mistakes too.
I think having things in common, interests in common, is incredibly important. There is definitely a place for having your own outside interests, and we both encourage that in each other.
He needs time with his friends, I need time with my friends, and then we need time together.
The most important thing that's kept us together is friendship. She has been and still is my best friend in the whole world.